Hello everyone and welcome to the Minx Awards for 2020. This is kind of a new thing, I guess you could say, where I'll go over the best games, best movies, best shows, and I think the best YouTubers and the best videos which I made and the best kind of days out and just moments which have really kind of left an impact on me this year. So yeah, here we go. Without further ado, let's get started with the best films. Okay, so we've got Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker and Outlaw King. So why have I picked Rise of Skywalker? Not so much the film itself, more the experience of going to see it. The film itself was very, very flawed, and I mean, on its own, it's an entertaining movie. But once you start thinking about it, it just comes apart. I mean, I remember like coming out of the cinema after watching this, and I'm just thinking about all the stuff which happened here. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. You know, like why is there like why are there Sith in the arena? Like, what's going on? What's going on there? Why is it Exegol and not Korriban? Why? I mean, it just falls apart when you think about it. So, as a standalone film, I guess you could say when you turn your brain off, it is entertaining. But when you think about it and objectively, it is absolutely flawed. It's a pretty iffy movie. So it's not so much that I enjoyed the movie; it's just it was going to the cinema, the experience. It was the experience really. So it wasn't a great movie. Just the experience was just great. Outlaw King, on the other hand, is a great movie. I highly recommend you actually go and check this out because before I saw this movie, I didn't know much about Robert the Bruce. I knew that he fought against the English and claimed Scottish independence, uh, but I didn't know much about what happened. So when I came into when I watched this film, I was watching it not knowing what was going to happen, other than he wins against the English. There was a scene I think which really sticks with me. Is a scene where his wife and I think their child, um, are captured by the English, and Robert is like running away. He's trying to save himself. Those two are like in danger, and you can see like the brutality. I think there was a relative. I think their uncle or something. That uncle got executed in a pretty brutal way, and it really left an impact on me. And I was definitely reacting to it, which is something which I don't really do with movies. I don't really do that with many movies. I don't actually get invested in the story. But there, I was kind of panicking because I'm like, oh no, are they gonna die or something? So yeah, I think Outlaw King, it had drama, it had stakes, it's just a fantastic film. And for me as a history buff, you know, seeing this story, one that I don't actually know about, it was great. I mean, I do know that after doing a bit more research, that yeah, they did kind of tweak a few things, but as a whole, I highly recommend you check out Outlaw King. Another series on Netflix that you should watch. So these are series, not films. They're series. What this is? Five came back. This is a story about the propaganda films from World War Two and how they were made, and the stories of the directors. And I feel like it was a very touching, very moving kind of um, documentary. So, 5 game pack, highly recommend you check that out. And also another series is Rise of Empires Ottoman. This is a series explaining the fall of Constantinople. Now, I think this year I've definitely gone into the realm of the Byzantine Empire. That's kind of like the part of history which, I've been learning about the most this year. Looking at the Byzantine Empire, and I definitely say that this helped. This helped increase my knowledge of the Byzantine Empire and how it fell. Um, I just feel like it was a very good documentary, and I enjoy it, and I still do watch it every now and then, if I don't have anything to watch, or just want to watch it again. So yeah, Rise of Empires Ottoman is another great series which I recommend. On to games now, and first of all, we have Crusader Kings 2. I got this game when it turned free on Steam. I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, okay, it's free. It's now turned free. Might as well check it out. And my goodness, for a free game, it has so much replay value. It has so much replay value. You essentially play as a king of a nation. You play as a dynasty, or you can create your own custom character and then create their custom dynasty. And essentially, just you play as a king. And I absolutely love that, where you actually get to make your own story. Like, I've played this game for, I played it a lot this year. Probably the most I've played, of a game this year. This is the most played game I've this year. And just the stories which I've been able to make, they're not like scripted stories, they're not anything. They are solely stories of your character, because once your character dies, you go on to the new king. So when that old character dies, you go to the new character, or the heir which, you plays the heir to the throne, the new king. So it's continuous. The game is continuous until you reach like the the certain year which you can't play anymore. And it's just a fantastic game. It has so much replay value. You can make your own stories. Rivalries. Intrigue, wars. It is fantastic. And again, being a history buff, medieval period, it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. So yeah, Crusader Kings 2, the game I played the most this year, and definitely one of my games of the year. Next up is Ace Combat. I have Ace Combat 7 here because that's the only one I have, but just the Ace Combat games in general. Now I have to thank Alpha Max Nova of Spinala fame, the guy who makes those F1 parodies, for getting me into Ace Combat, because I saw his videos and then I realised, okay, the soundtrack is from Ace Combat. As it turns out, he had a lot of Ace Combat references in his videos. So I kind of got into the music at first. I listened to the music first, but then as I listened to the music more and more, I kind of started to get invested in the actual game itself. So I started to learn more about the games. And yeah, I bought Ace Combat 7 and I really enjoyed it. I still do enjoy it. So, these two games right here have left a big impact this year, and are definitely my two games of the year. Okay, so let's go to the. Let's talk about my videos of the year. These are videos which I've made that have kind of I'm most proud of this year. So we are at my channel. Let's go to my channel. So the first one I think is this one right here. This was such a simple video. I didn't make it for it to be a special one. Like, it wasn't supposed to be a big video. You know, quite simply, it's just me going around Pikes Peak in Dirt Rally. But when I finished the video and looked at it, it just sticks with me. It's just one video which I think I did very well with. I just did fantastic. And yeah, it was a great video, and just one of my favorite videos of the year, because it was supposed to be so simple, but it turned out to be one of my best videos of the year. So that one definitely is one of my favorites of the year. Okay, so next up is, I think, the 100 subs one. This was like a turbulent time this year. March was definitely like probably the worst year of. Well, it wasn't probably. It was definitely the worst month of the year. The lockdown, people getting angry on Twitter. It was not a good month. But I think this was the silver lining to that. You know, for the best part of 3 years, I'd pushed for 100 subscribers, and I finally got it this year. Unfortunately, it came at a time where, yeah, it wasn't a great time in my life, and, well, for anyone for that matter. It wasn't a great time for anyone. So, it was definitely a bit of a reign of, yeah, like, the month was rained on this parade, essentially. But I'm still happy with the video. I'm still happy that I've got 200 subscribers. It's just that, yeah, I preferred it to be any time other than this year. But yeah, I'm extremely happy that I got to 100 subs. That was the target which I set for so long, and now I've surpassed it. And I'm almost halfway towards 200, which is absolutely incredible. So anyone who subscribed to me this year, thank you so much. And yeah, don't worry. I'm not stopping anytime soon. I'm going to be pushing. I'm absolutely pushing for that 200. My next target is 200, and then 300, and so on and so forth. I think this has been, statistically, my best year. I've got the most subscribers, that I've ever got this year. Which, has been one of the few good things about this year. It's just a shame that, personally, to me, after this video, I kind of just stopped caring. Because, the year has been so bad that I've kind of pushed all my big projects, my big videos towards 2021. So that's kind of why for most of the year. So, like, for example, all of these are just like game clips and stuff. That is why. That's why I've done this kind of content, because none of the content which I want to do, I don't want this to be associated with this year, because it's that bad. This year is so bad, I don't want any of my good content, any of the content which I'm planning on doing, to be associated with this year, okay? I want 2021 to be a great year, and I'm going to make sure that my channel next year will have some of the best content it will ever have. So look out for 2021, because that's when I'm actually going to start to make some good content, not just random stuff like just game clips and stuff. Like, not like 7-second stuff like that. I'm gonna push. I will push harder than I've ever done in 2021. Hopefully 2021 isn't as bad as 2020, so that I have to push all my stuff further to 2022. But yeah, that's the reason why I've had kind of the content which I've had, over the past couple of months. Because after March, I just didn't care. I just was like, this year is lost. This year is terrible. I'm just waiting until 2021, then I'll start pushing again. I know it's a weird a weird kind of thinking, but yeah, this year's been dreadful, and I don't want my videos to be associated with this year. Okay, so I think let's talk about some of the best days out. The days which I think have been the best this year. I think when I raced in David Land's iRacing events during the lockdown, those were pretty good days. I think, they were okay. I definitely say going to Rise of Skywalker was another good day. Good day. The first day of the year was a good day. I think my birthday, when I went to see Leamington Breaks, which they drew. It was a goalless draw, but we did score, just that it was offside. So, I mean, we did technically win that game. We scored a goal. It was just not allowed because of offside. So it was a goalless draw, but I still really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'd say that was probably the best day of the year, along with the Rise of Skywalker. The day when I went to see Rise of Skywalker, that was another good day. So yeah, I think as a whole, there haven't been many good days this year. There hasn't been many. Most of the days which have been good this year were in the first 2 months of this year. Once it got to March, everything just went to complete rubbish. So yeah, I'd say as a whole, the days of the year for me were my birthday, when I went to Leamington Breaks, and going to see Rise of Skywalker. Those are the best days. That's it. That's it. That's it. I guess you could say doing the Daytona 500 and the Daytona 24 were good moments as well. Whilst our race in the Daytona 24 wasn't that great, it was still a great moment because it was the first endurance race which I actually finished. We actually finished without having to park the car. We actually finished the race on our own. Surely, finished down the order, but we finished. And with this new laptop, I'm absolutely doing it next year. I am doing the Daytona 500 next year. In fact, with this new laptop, I could actually go for every special event on iRacing. Because that's something which I wanted to do, this year. I wanted to do every special event this year, but unfortunately, my laptop just wasn't good enough, and it wasn't up to the standards needed. So, yeah, I wasn't able to do it this year, but I'm actually gonna. I will try my hardest to race in as many special events on iRacing next year. And given that I have a laptop that's not only good enough for iRacing, but also for R Factor 2 and pretty much every other sim, yeah, I might branch out to other sims and do special events there, or endurance races there. So yeah, I'm definitely really excited for 2021 and see what happens. But we're currently in 2020, and I'm off topic. So I think the last kind of thing which I need to talk about. The last award is the best YouTuber. The best YouTuber of this year, Mauler. Mauler has been, and in fact, no, I think Mauler and Critical Drinker. Mauler and Critical Drinker have been the best YouTubers, the best new YouTubers which I've been subscribed to. You know, I absolutely love their content and yeah, these two, Mauler and Critical Drinker and EFAP, I think they've been the best channels, the best new channels, the channels which I've subscribed to this year. Yeah, out of this year. They're the best new subscribed YouTubers this year. So, yeah, Drinker and Mauler win that award. And I think with that, that ends this video. So, thank you all for watching. I will be making a end of year live stream tomorrow. I will be doing an end of year live stream. Probably playing some games or something. But as for this video, that's it. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the new year live stream. Goodbye.